welcome back everybody to Motorsport Manager then, and we're in the off-season before Season 6 then. A very surprising end to Season 5, I don't think any of us expected, after our pretty poor form over the last few races, to be getting second. But obviously that incredible result with Eka taking the win on the line has earned a second place, which is definitely going to be a big boost to prize money. So hopefully we're going to have lots of money to play with for what should be a push for the title next year, or this coming year. So thank you everybody for your help and advice in the comments. There was quite a few mixed opinions as to what we should build in terms of the HQ. I think what everyone is pretty much unanimous with is that we should be spending the maximum we can on the car, and then probably trying to develop it as little as possible. Obviously we will develop it strongly early on, but we want to, obviously, as people have said, I'm getting my words mixed up here, if any changes we make to the car next season, if we do get promoted, won't be carried over. We'll start again from essentially a base car. So we want to try and win the title with the minimum amount of upgrades, but that could be a tricky balance to play. But we'll see, you know, where the pace of our car is at the beginning of next season. Now, I just wanted to try and check, just go through and make sure that everybody's got long enough left on their contract. You see, because this is what happened in the Haas playthrough. All our pit crews started disappearing because apparently we manually have to renew the contracts of everybody. So I'm just going to go through and make sure that everyone is renewed up so we don't forget about this, because this is the kind of thing that I'd probably forget about next time, and after one race they'd all disappear. So let's just get them all renewed, and then if we want to change anybody out at the end of next season, then obviously we can do. But hopefully I can remember to do this fairly frequently so we don't end up going to a race weekend and all of a sudden having no pit crew available, which means you have to start again from zero, which is a real pain in the arse. But yeah, so as I said, there was mixed views as to what we should upgrade with the HQ. I want to build next year's car so we know how much it's going to, as Echo publishes a racing-themed cookbook. Suggestions for racing-themed recipes in the comments, please. I don't know what that would be. But yeah, I want to get the best car we can built for next year. Probably spending the maximum amount of money we can. And then probably what we upgrade for the HQ will be dependent on how much we've got left. Right, we've got a few contracts running down. So Eka has got just a month left on her contract. She's done such a great job. She's almost at her full potential at the moment. But I feel she deserves a crack at the title this year. And she's been with us for so many seasons now that I've got to try and renew that contract. So I'd prefer to pay her what we're paying at the moment. But we can't do that. It's either 405 or 486. We'll give her a slight increase up to 486. We will say equal status because her status is not important. A short contract, so we'll just go to the end of next year. And then hopefully she will agree to that. Now, people seem to agree that Ruby Smith was probably a good designer for now. Woodbridge is the guy we need to replace. So we want to renew the contract with Ruby. Again, as close to what we can. I'll try going a little under. So it's a shame you can't just offer the existing contracts, I guess, because of inflation or something, maybe. And we'll go for the full contract, because I can't see us getting a better designer within 2 or 3 years, or wanting to get one. She'll do the job for now. It's more the HQ that we're really struggling with. And then we'll let Woodbridge's contract expire, and we shall try and find a new race mechanic then. So we don't need anybody too brilliant. Sort of 3.5 to 4 stars would probably be good. So cost per race, how much are we paying our current staff? So Wanda Adams, about 77,000 a race. So we want to go in that kind of ballpark. I'm not too bothered. We may as well get a fairly good one for now, because they're not too expensive race mechanics. So Rachel Edwards, we don't know what her benefits are. So maybe if we just scout people. Rachel Edwards. We can't actually scout mechanics, can we? She seems like a fairly good one. 3.5 stars. Around about 82,000 a race. Sounds good to me. She's not great on reliability, but pretty good on everything else. Let's go for her then. Start negotiations. Wages are fairly important. Our existing contract is 82,000, so we will go just slightly under that at 81,000. We'll go for a long contract. She can pay the buyout clause if she doesn't mind. She wants a nice signing on fee. I never know with these what kind of signing on fee. Her existing contract was 50,000, so let's go 56. And see what she says, shall we? And I think that's all of them. I'll say we'll let Woodbridge's run out. Yeah, I got it. Okay. What kind of email system is this that it doesn't automatically acknowledge that we've read it? Like every email system in the world. Right, prize money. Here we go. 29 million then. Pretty handy. Pretty handy indeed. That takes us up to 40 million. So we'll see how much. Oh, and we got Manager of the Season. Look at that. And that's our first Manager of the Season award. They're obviously very impressed. Our second season in this division. And Batista gets the Driver of the Year then. So our chairman is retiring. In charge of the Canada-based team for years now, so it'll be interesting to see how the new boss adapts. Replacement Katerina Kiglano. Okay. Welcome. I hope we can push this team forward. Do you want to give us a directive or anything? Apparently not. Okay, interesting. Right, rules for this year then. Addition of the Ardennes GP, so we've got one more race this year. Refueling using 40kg tanks. I think that reduces the tank a bit, which shouldn't really affect things too much, just makes it a bit cheaper. And a quality focused merit payments then. Was useful to us when we were finishing in the midfield. It's not going to be too useful getting promoted with that. Kind of a bit annoyed that we championed that and that's gone through. Although I think that's one of the only rules we didn't try and put through because all of ours failed. So we'll see. We'll adapt to anything. The fuel will be interesting to see how that affects things. I wonder if the fuel tank will be less than any of the tyre lives at 40kg. I guess we'll have to see. Alright, pre-season starting then. Contract renegotiation. Ruby Smith. She wants a bit more than 125. I'm pretty sure that's not what I offered her. She feels insulted by that. Well, she's already been paid 133, so how could she be insulted? What if we give her 150 in bonuses of if she wins the race? Which hopefully we won't have to pay out too often. 24,000 if she wins both races. Or qualifies first and wins the race. Let's see what she says to that, shall we? Right, considering those, that was ages ago, Pete Colby. Let's just retract that just to clean it up, get it out of the way. There are some new pit crew available. Don't look particularly better than what we've got. Sponsors, only 2 available. Let's wait till we've got 3. And we're on to pre-season then. Getting ready to build our 6th car in this game then. Let's design next year's car. So 7 million was saved last year. So that takes us up to 47 million. And what do we want then? Fuel efficiency, we're going to go with Rossini, I think, because medium fuel efficiency and medium improvability is clearly better than Mersault. So we could go for strong improvability, but as I say, we want to start the season with a strong car and go up from there, I think. Do any of these give better tyre wear? No, obviously not. Right, fuel supply, we're going to go... I think we'll go for better fuel efficiency in the first place. As I say, we want to start the car with a good season and try and get the championship won in the first half if we can, or most of the job done. So I think we will go with Russian oil. In terms of material supply then, We could go for strong, medium. Yeah, we're going to go for polymat, definitely. And brake supplier. Just want to see if any of these have a difference on tyre wear. So that's definitely the best tyre wear we can get. And then brake supplier. You see, JP Race Technologies would actually give us better tyre wear rather than tyre heating. And for 3 million, is that really worth? They're both 3.5, really. Look, we want to go with the best possible, so I think we will go with Matsutronics. I'm wondering if we... There's a small part of me that thinks we should go with Race Technologies purely because of the slightly better tyre wear. That's always something we struggle with. But I think for the better all-round package, we'll go with Matsutronics. So 30 million for the car then leaves us with 16 million. We need to get these contracts done, of course, before we can really decide on what we're building. Let's see what the two sponsors we've got available are. Up front of 500,000 and 100,000 per race. Or 750,000 up front. Right, we'll go with Brutus Tyres then. Not the best sponsors at the moment, but it helps us out a little bit. And let's just take a look. Design Centre is what I really want to do. Well, that's just going to help us down the line. Factory would really help us develop, but we don't want to develop too much. So the people saying were either Design Centre or Scouting Facility first up, or improve our worst part, which is technically a lot of stuff at the moment. The thing is, at the moment we don't get far enough along to ever go above these parts anyway. We never get enough parts developed. I really want to go with factory, just so we can get those parts on the car and improved as quickly as possible. But I think I'll go with people. Well, a couple of people said, and go with the Design Centre, and then we can get some better stuff built down the line. Or do we just go for a new building and just improve the engine or the brakes or something? See, we've got enough money to do 2 of these. Actually, we could do... Okay, let's improve. Are the engines stock? I can't remember anymore. I don't think engines are stock, are they? Right, where do I find out? I think it's from standings, isn't it? Current rules. So bad that I can't remember whether engines are stock or not. It is spec engines, so I don't really see any point in building the engine one just yet. So what I think we'll do is we'll go with brakes R&D, so we can build better brakes, and we'll go with a Design Centre as well. We need to get these things built, let's be honest. Factory we can hopefully do next year. Temperature Centre, no, gearbox. See, we're not going to develop up to this point until we're in the top division, I don't think. So we'll go with the Design Centre as well. It's going to cost 141,000 per race, but I think we can deal with that increase. That's most of the money spent then. Hopefully we'll have some sponsors running out soon. Yeah, we've got a couple of sponsors running out soon, so we'll get some more money not too far in. We just need to make the car reliable early on. So, right, Eka wants to renegotiate. She wants more wages than that. 446. Again, I don't think we offered her that much. I don't seem to remember offering her that much. Okay, we'll go... I really want to keep her, so we're going to go 2 higher at 595. And we'll keep it at equal status. To be honest, I don't have a problem with making a number 1 driver at the moment. It might help with the negotiations. We'll see what she says. Hoping she'll stay. Didn't really factor in having to find a new driver in all of this, and we've just spent most of our money. Right, Rachel Edwards then will be our new engineer. Good. So we will sign her up for 484,000. Shit, are we going to run out of money for our drivers? We might do. Right, contract proposal accepted. We may be overpaid a little bit there for Eka, but she's clearly one of the best drivers in this division, so I don't see any problem doing that. And she's on for another year then. And then we'll see how Munro develops this year. If Munro can take over from Eka, if he starts matching her towards the end of the season in terms of performances, then we could get rid of Eka to save some money. But we'll see what happens. Right, could increase the marketability. Chairman won't be very happy. New chairman as well. But I think we'll do it just because we've got a few sponsor upgrades coming up, and hopefully that effects will last till then. And the final bit of the puzzle then, Ruby Smith does indeed agree. And she's on board then. So we've still got 950,000, which should get us our first part. And we should be making 500,000 per race, which is good news. So everything going well at the moment. It's all starting to come together. Right. Woodbridge is gone. Oh, what did I do? Oh no. Shit, we put Rachel Edwards in the wrong slot. Oh, we've lost our other mechanic. That's why it was so expensive. Because we were breaking the contracts of our other mechanic. Oh, that's a pain in the ass. Right, okay. Well, we're going to have to sign someone else then. There's no way around it yet. I can't. Oh, I might be able to find the right save to go back to, but we've done too much other stuff. Just have to. I always make. It was going too well. I was always going to make one mistake in this process. Let's be honest. So let's go for. I don't really want to break a contract. See if we go for someone unemployed. Kelly Shaw. Good for pit stops, part fixing, and concentration. Sounds good. It's unemployed, so let's go for 40,000 for a nice signing on fee. We'll go 50,000 then, and no bonus size. We'll just see what she says. If we can get someone of her skill for that kind of money, that would be a bit of a coup. She's likely going to want more. Yeah, she's very insulted by that. Okay, 78. We'll go 63. Not too bothered. We've got a bit of time and we can always get someone worse if she says no. Tyre trade-off. +1 tyre heating, -1 tyre wear. No, I want tyre wear. So we won't take that risk. She accepted. That's not too bad. 56,000 is actually less than we're paying for most people. Actually less than we're paying for Rachel Edwards. So, right, sign in that slot. That's what we did wrong. Ouch. Okay, our income's way down on what I actually thought it was. It doesn't actually update till you go onto this screen. So 284,000 a race isn't too strong, but hopefully we'll claw that back with some better sponsors and some objectives. Okay. Right, car will be finished in March. So we've still got a long way to go yet. So we'll just keep rattling through this. Alright, livery. For this year's car. So we want to keep the same sort of basic colour design as we always have. I really don't like anything in this livery pack. I wonder if we maybe should go for something a bit crazy this year though. I just hate that skull one so much. That should not be on a racing car. I feel like some of these we've probably already used before and I won't remember which ones. Maybe we go... I do quite like that one, but what if we change primary colour to yellow and secondary to black, tertiary to yellow, and the trim colour to white. Yeah, I like that. It's not massively different from what we've had before, but if we're keeping the same colours, that'll do me. We're more concentrating on performance this year. Livery is really the last of our concerns. So I don't feel this car is any better than last year. But I guess we'll find out, won't we, soon enough. Alright, tyre simulations. We can improve the tyre wear, but it's going to cost us $2.5 million. Wow. You see, when it says +1, does this mean +1 to the star? See, it's going to take us a while to get that money back. Let's go for it. I said we'd make the best car we could early on. So has that improved? Yeah, right. We're up to 3.5 stars now then. Hopefully that will pay some dividends. I feel like it would take a lot of parts to get that kind of improvement on tyre wear. So I feel that was worth it, even if it has really, really hurt our bank balance. Right, we need to keep an eye on when the car finishes, which I think it is now. Right, pre-season testing. Introduction to the pit crew. We've already got the pit crew, Rachel Edwards. New to this team and already you're giving me a hard time. Alright, the most pointless thing of the whole year. Let's see how we do anyway, I guess. Eka moving slowly into the top 10. It's not looking massively promising though, is it? Engine not delivering full power. And an oil leak from Monroe. That's not a great session. Almost 5 seconds off the pace, but to be honest, that testing never has shown any kind of correlation to how we've actually done. And we're starting off with the 7th best car again already, so it looks promising for the moment. Target for the season then. 1st, 2nd or 4th. I really want to win it, but I feel we should give ourselves a get out of 2nd. Not a huge difference between 1st and 2nd, but there is a big difference. Actually, about 5 million difference between the lot of it. Just in case things don't go our way early on, I think we'll go with 2nd. Just because we could be fired with this new chairman and we've really not done ourselves a favour with her. Because of that event. So 2nd should give us a good chance, hopefully, early on of meeting her objectives. Right, we want to improve the parts then. Let's just see what kind of impacts each have. So they're both the same in performance, but Kelly Shaw a bit better on reliability, so we'll keep them that way around. So we're going to max out for reliability early on then. And gearbox and brakes will be the first priority. So we'll tick that up for a few days. I'm not going to build any parts just yet, just purely because we can't. So let's switch the brakes out. We'll keep it on the gearbox because that's going to be really important. But we'll try and even it out between the rear wing suspension and brakes before the race. Tyre heating. Well, you got better tyre wear, right? And that's better for me. So quit your moaning. Right. Do another 2 days on that rear wing then. Yep, it is a problem. I agree. I'm working on it. Right. 53 and 56. We'll keep it on that for the moment. And we'll switch the 58 to the 55 on the suspension. Just try and get a couple of days. So the new brake centre is done then. Brakes R&D facility, so we can now make great brakes if we can even get there this season. At least that's a couple of buildings out the way this time. And we're ready to go then. So we're a day away. Well, we are there for the Singapore Grand Prix. So as always, as we start off the season, we will split up the pre-season and the first race of the season into 2 episodes. So they're my choices. We're going to have to work with what we've got. I'm wondering if it might have been a mistake doing 2 HQ buildings, because it takes away money from developing the car early on. But there's, as I said, there are choices and we've done them now. We've got to lay in the bed we made. But let me know what you think about our chances for the season. Anything we need to do early on in the season to try and get as competitive as quickly as possible. And what you think of the decisions we've made. And of course, lament me for my cock up with the engineers, because that cost us a little bit more money than it should have done. But yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, you can subscribe as well. And join us next time then for round number 1 of season 6 already in Singapore. So as always, thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you again next time.